So first things first, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Now on to what has happened today with the FIFA World Cup and the groups that have finished out today, which are Group E, Group F, and Group D. Starting off with Group E, Ecuador versus Germany, man. What a game. What a game. First, Ecuador got screwed over because a foul wasn't called, and then Germany immediately afterwards scored a goal. And like the whole team was upset, everybody was upset, and then Ecuador immediately bounced back with a goal, and it just became a struggle between the two teams. You see, Ecuador needed to at least tie this game to move on. They were of course concerned about Curaçao's game with Ivory Coast, which ended up didn't mattering, which we'll talk about later. But man, so later in the game, and Ecuador is doing a corner kick. The ball basically just bumbles around a bit. Then one of the Ecuador players just punts it up in the air, and just goes. He's right under the goal. The goalie's trying to pick at it, and he just scores a goal, and the place just goes nuts. And then when the game was over, Ecuador players were on their freaking knees, happy that they won and all that. And that's just great to see. Germany, they didn't need to win this game. They necessarily didn't care. They definitely rested some people, and they're looking forward to the next challenge that awaits them. So literally, this game didn't matter. And Curaçao versus Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast won that game 2-0. Curaçao just couldn't figure out anything on offense. Like, they just couldn't. Like, that's what's cursed this team. Like, they just didn't have any offensive firepower. That ended up biting them. And then Group F, which, God bless that group. God bless that group. I mean, Japan versus Sweden. The first half was entertaining for an 0-0 game. But then the second half, like those two goals, magnificent goals. Absolutely great, star-studded goals, which were just magnificent. Triumphant even. Like, dude, the Swedish goal was amazing. Probably the best goal of the tournament by far. Like, what a strike. And I'm very excited to see what these two teams do in the knockout stage. Japan earned it. Sweden earned it after getting annihilated by Sweden. After getting annihilated by the Netherlands. I don't know why I said Sweden again, but well, it's my world. But they annihilated Tunisia, then they got annihilated by the Netherlands, and then they had a draw with Japan, which that's all they needed to qualify. And then the Netherlands just beat Tunisia. Nothing really to say there. I didn't watch that game. I was just locked in on Japan and Sweden. Though I will say Netherlands had this game over by the 6th minute, which that pretty much summed up Tunisia's time in the World Cup. And then we have Group D, which first and foremost, Turkey versus USA. Yes, the USA lost. Yes, and congratulations to Turkey. You finally showed up when you guys were far gone eliminated, but to be fair, you were playing our bench warmers. But that doesn't matter because we're moving on. We're first place, and again, we're first place in our thing. I don't know who we're facing if we don't know already, but we'll see, man. This is a team that can make a run. This is definitely a team that can make a run. But yeah, and then we have Paraguay versus Australia, 0-0 tie. So Australia advances and Paraguay finished third. They're at 4 points, -2 in the goal difference, I believe. But, Paraguay, they have to wait and see. But Then Australia, I mean, they were solid. I mean, they showed up in that Turkey A game, but you never know. You never know. It should be solid, but we'll see. And yeah, um, at least y'all had this one, Turkey A. Because trust me, just because y'all beat the United States doesn't mean you're gonna get warm reception. But at least you beat the United States. Y'all can have that one. So we playing Bosnia, huh? Okay, y'all better not lose that game then.